You can start now.
All right, guys, sorry. All right. Hey, guys, sorry. This is EmR3. By the way, I forgot to record the last meeting. So I forgot to record the last part of the meeting. So we're actually about halfway into it. We started actually like 7:40, 7:45-ish. So we're about 20 minutes away. Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
Welcome back,
6:40.
Ned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this meeting is gonna be just be recorded now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just
That's
what I'm gonna
okay.
do. It's gonna be recorded now. I'm gonna start from so I got the drop here. So now I'm gonna edit this and just add a little. So I'm gonna put a D.
I'm on microphone. I'm on microphone. Kapat şeyi.
Yes, that's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm used to FL Studio. I'm using
Berna'yla
Studio.
Berke de orada bak.
That's not doing
Oops.
So it's gonna basically be kind of going back to that. And then it's just gonna basically be this and just copy and paste this. Kind of repetitive stuff. So the drums are good, I think. So I'm also gonna add other sounds. So these are all my EDM like drum sounds. These are free kits. Thank you, websites, for providing me these kits. I like these websites who provide me these kits. I got these good ass kits here. They're great. There's hats. Those are kind of that, like, on the drum, that sound or whatever it's called. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create what is known as a Prid snare. That's a special type of snare that was at the origin of EDM. This type of snare is kind of a filler snare. So I'm gonna show you guys what it does. So over here. Yo, what's up, DJ Danny G? Welcome to our first Masterclass EmR3 V2. You can see what we're doing. I'm sure you know what we're doing. I'm trying to make what is known as a prod snare. It's like a snare with shit ton of reverb and stuff, but it's not with shit ton of reverb, because I'll show you what I'm gonna actually do. It's gonna be reverb, but it's gonna be cut it's gonna be a reverb that's extreme but cut very quickly. Like what's it called is gonna be cut very quickly. If you can see it, kind of like this. So it's gonna be extreme reverb because very high decay time. That's like, so it's about, so that's a lot of seconds. We hear that sound. I gotta make that more crazy. So I'm gonna add a, so basically, I'm gonna basically actually just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually freeze this. What that does is it renders it so I can reuse it as a thing as itself. So I'm just gonna and I'm gonna just basically, I'm gonna have to take this to the beginning, otherwise it's gonna, let's call it. And I don't want, because I have to render it. So I'm gonna freeze the track and basically unfreeze it and delete it, because I'm just gonna unmute it or mute it. What's the saying? And if I go to freeze, it should be here. So I'm gonna just take it to create another audio track somewhere here. Insert audio track. So as you can hear, so what I'm gonna be, hold on, let me try to find my, what are we doing here? See, right there is where the snare is gonna come in. You guys know what I'm doing. I'm gonna cut this here. Unfortunately, I might have to add an extra. So, oh, gotta cut it here. So I'm gonna make it. Fortunately, that's definitely needs to be. That's kind of what it is. It's not the best one. I have to add another kind of effect to it. I'm gonna try to add like a distortion effect. That's almost also known. That's like an overdrive effect, kind of like what an amp can do. So I use an overdrive. Well, I'll use a saturator. That's more like soft overdrive. So I'm just trying to kind of use my ears a little, mess around with things. That's how I do everything.
Emre, this sounds like you're starting a car.
Yeah, to you it does. To me,
What is it to you?
so that sounds definitely. That's definitely better. So I mean, I'm probably gonna.
Yes, you can.
So over again. Hold on. So this is where I'm gonna kind of. So over the drums, this kick drum is not gonna be the same. Also, I'm gonna do something else with this kick. What I'm gonna do is called side chaining. And I'm gonna basically side chain it by taking the effect that lets you do that. This is the effect that lets you do that. It's called a compressor. A compressor kind of is that sound that lets you, what's it called? You'll see what it does. This is So I have no idea what this sound. Hold on. So this sound, I don't know what it is exactly. I think I can look from here. So I can also just go through the live view and look at that by just doing that. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm just looking at that one here. Do we have everything? Everything is good. All right. Something. But hold on, what? Oh, snap! But hold on, I'm supposed to take this sound to here. My bad. Made a mistake again, I guess. Happens to me a lot.
That's
I'm really
okay.
feeling it
We
today.
learn not from our mistakes, right?
Now everything's good. I'm feeling my music.
Yeah.
You hear that? So I'm also going to kind of add a variation. So I'm going to change this. So over here. Yeah, it takes time, guys. That's what the point is. So I'm going to be kind of quiet now so you guys just can keep watching because I know talking is. Oops. Okay, that's better. So that's just kind of the what comes after the drop, and then basically what's going to happen is just it's going to kind of go back to it's going to kind of like go back to that form of what's it called? Good at grades. I guess Course to the Cloud. That's really cool. I love that. All right, so it goes like this is the drop now. So now what I'm gonna do with this Prida snare, of course, is you'll see what I do with this. So at this end, now I'm gonna do a technique here. This is called a reverse technique. This is one of my most OG techniques. This is the best technique, guys, I learned. It's called the reverse trick. So if you hear this, but you got to do it right. So you got to somehow figure out. So you want to kind of cut off that. You don't want that zipping noise. That's kind of like, you don't want that. You don't want that noise. You want. Problem is I can't really, I can do this. But what I can do is I can fade it out, fade it in. If you hear that. So that's how it sounds. Not the best. So I'm actually gonna change something and I'm gonna add a little. Hold on. So now I'm gonna add a different sound. This is gonna kind of be like that bell, kind of like a bell sound, but not quite. You know, one of those like cone shaped, not cone shaped bells, but what I'll show you. Not that.
Good night, everyone. We need to leave.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us. But it's
No problem.
this time for us.
Yep, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Bye. Good job, guys. Great.
We'd like it if you and your
All right, have a nice night.
brains
Bye.
get out of town.
Bye.
Good, I suppose.
If you heard that sound, that's a nice sound. I gotta try to fuck with that sound. Sorry for the cursing. Of course, my mom doesn't want to hear that, right? So I'm gonna kind of that. This. So I'm actually gonna start right here. So it kind of goes. But what's gonna happen? So it's gonna kind of. So I'm actually going to do something new. So I'm gonna try actually doing this, if you see. So I'm gonna pitch this down. You can pitch this down. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna do this then. And kind of that one will be a little bit better. If you hear that, that's better. So you heard that. So this sound, so I'm gonna add a little reverb to that too, not too much. And I'm really getting through this song. And I'm finally have some inspiration back. Like I'm actually able to do something. So I'm actually gonna that's more powerful. So well, we almost done, guys. About 7:40. Actually, we're gonna have a Q&A time at 7:30, guys. So we're gonna have a Q&A time at 7:30. All right, because we have 10 minutes by 7:30 because we started late. So we're gonna have a Q&A time. Anyone needs to ask any questions, like what I did and what is, for example, what is a reverb tail? What is, I don't know, whatever you want. So hold on. Oh, I have an idea. I'm also gonna do this, guys. So this is kind of a double. So after the first prelude snare. So hold on, let me try this bridge snare, extra bridge snare. So it's okay. It kind of simple like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna so, but I'm kind of trying to add that little, that kind of makes it like, I'm trying to add that little more attack. If it without this, you see, if I take this out, just sounds too plain. So it just comes in, it sounds like it's coming in too much. Oh, somebody joined. Hello there. Oh, hey Dad. Yeah, we're just like 2 minutes away to a Q&A, guys. 2 minutes away. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I actually changed, there's gonna be more after that. there's gonna be like another part, but the drums are not gonna be basically, it's not gonna be like kicks only. It's gonna be a, but I'm not gonna get to that after this. We're gonna go to Q&As and then end it at 7:40. Okay. I'm gonna go from there. Okay, so let me change this because it kind of coming in too early. So I'm actually gonna delete this and make it, I'm gonna do this way. I'll make it come in like this. So I'm gonna make it come in actually much smaller. Because if you can see, I'm gonna make it come in like of this. Delete this and make it come more here. Yeah, I'm also still gotta add like what's it called. So I'm gonna show you guys one more thing before we get to this. Is another reverse sound of a synth. It goes like this. This is actually this synth, I believe. This synth. So what I basically did is I basically take this synth at very high reverb and actually added the reverb, but then reversed it. And that's kind of one of those, I don't know, what's it called? Yeah, obviously I had some reverb to that, of course. So far that's pretty much the sound. This is Fear by EmR3. This is my first song in the album EmR3 V2. So now we're gonna go to Q&As, guys. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, or I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, or I'm actually gonna keep it on. All right. So anybody have questions?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So this seems so complicated to me. So how long does it take to build one song?
Build a song?
To make one song, how long does it take you to do so?
Honestly, depends. I mean, if I don't procrastinate and like just put it off, I honestly can get a song done in one day if I actually can keep it on.
You say within a day?
Yeah, or it would take me a couple of days because first of all, obviously I get, it would take me a couple of days, I would say, to be fair, to make something that sounds good. But I have got songs done in one day, maybe one couple, but yeah.
Emre,
Anybody else?
I have
Yes.
one question about that reverse, that the one that sounded like a car starting, and you said like it's
Which?
something else. Reverse.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah. You
the
said something
sound?
about it. What was it called? That reverse. What was it called?
It's kind of the reverse part of that clip. Look over here.
What is that sound exactly?
Well, this is actually called a private snare. It's a snare that's named after a famous DJ, and it's used.
Okay.
Yeah, it's used after, like, I guess. So it's used after 8 beats in the hook. So because this is the build, actually this is not the hook. This is the build. This is the build up. But in this
Build
case,
up.
no,
Build up,
I
yeah.
mean I mean the drop. The drop after 8 bars, I mean beats, this snare pretty much comes on. Because from that last song by Martin Garrix, this is kind of something Martin Garrix did, my favorite EDM producer. That's who I'm inspired by. So So I kind of learned some things. I heard some sounds, and that
Mhm.
kind of gave me an idea. I need to do something like this. And then I also had that idea of the reverb tail of a sound to give the reverse of a reverb tail. I actually watched a making of Martin Garrix's or his first songs. There was actually like a making video. It wasn't necessarily a masterclass. There was a masterclass on one of his songs, and I kind of learned from that a little bit. But most of the things I learn is basically by ear. It's just comes like I hear a song and I can try to come up, see if I can do it. I try many trial and error and see different things. I try different effects, see which one's best and which one's not.
Okay,
If it
thank you.
sounds bad. Okay, anybody else have questions? It is 7:35. We got 5 minutes.
I have one more question.
Yes.
If somebody, this is a general question, if someone started from scratch, what would you recommend?
I can barely hear you, Dad.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can barely hear.
Let me, hold on. Do you hear me now?
Barely. It's very quiet.
I don't know why. Because maybe it's not very good. What I'm asking is,
Let me turn off my.
if somebody started.
I can barely hear from up here. Just write it.
Do you hear me now? No?
Yeah.
Hear me now?
Yep.
What I was asking is,
I can barely hear.
He's going to write in a chat.
I don't know if his mic is working. Like I don't know what's.
Yeah, he's just writing. He's gonna write on the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Does Andrew have any question to ask?
You have any question, Andrew? Or are you good?
I'm good, man.
All right. I guess. I mean, I'm just still waiting for that. What?
Yeah, your dad just send the question to chat.
Okay. Let's see. If somebody's doing this from scratch, what would you recommend? Honestly, what I would recommend, I recommend getting for somebody who may not have possessed, like for somebody that may not really be gifted, like I say they take like lessons or they go through something. That's my best bet. Unless the person, it depends. Like let them touch. Like you need to get them. For example, if it's a kid, parents have to get their children like a keyboard or a something to make music on and see how they're up to, and then maybe have them try making music on. It's basically interest based. So if they like making music, they might be able to do it themselves and somehow figure it out themselves.
So how did you do it? Did you figure out yourself?
Well, part of it, of course, I didn't figure 100%, but I'm still learning, but I did figure out. The general base of music is really because of perfect pitch. But that's not obviously what's required to make music.
So how many songs you made so far?
I don't know. I lost count, but quite a bit. There are a lot of songs I have not finished too.
Do you actually record and keep them somewhere?
I mean, yeah, they're project files, so they're saved. Almost
Okay.
like you have an Excel project or whatever you can open on the computer, kind of like that.
Maybe next time in this meeting, you can share one of your songs with the audience, full song.
Oh yes, I can.
That would be
Yeah.
good. Put an ice on the cake. That would be nice to do.
Yeah. All right. I think it's
Okay.
about 10:40 now.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
that's
Appreciate
perfect.
Thank you
And-
very much. It was a good one.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching this. If you are, it sucks that you couldn't come. Anyone who else who wanted to
That's
come,
okay next time.
but this
There is
will be
always next time.
this will be shared on YouTube out
Yeah.
there, and anyone of you can watch. Again, follow
Yeah.
me on Instagram. I will put the stuff in description.
Yeah.
But yep, peace
Bye.
out. See ya.
Good night. Bye, Andrew.